Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Big Blue Unfiltered Podcast, talking New York Giants football and the NFL. Here now is Ian Campbell, Brian Gallagher Jr., and Greg Rommel.
We're back. We are officially back for all the haters out there who have been pushing us to be back.
Yeah, we have lives, damn it.
Yeah. We have things
And
to
jobs, sadly.
do. Yeah. One day we won't have real jobs. We'll
One
have
day.
this. We're just going to keep it moving. We are all four here, three of us in person, one of us remote. So if there's any sort of delay, you'll have to forgive us on that.
It's Connor's fault.
I think we're pretty good on the delay, though.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
It's not too bad.
About a second or two.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you want to jump in, Connor, make sure you jump in because we're not going to pause after each topic to hear your input like a round table.
Yeah. We need like the red button for Connor.
Yeah.
It'll
So
be like
you can
first
the radio
take.
button.
You do first take where it takes like 30 seconds for someone to respond.
Yeah, where they stare at the screen with like a goofy
Yeah.
smile for 5 seconds. Just,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking. But all right, so that was a Giants season. I think in essence that was a New York Giants season.
That was
giant.
New York Giants season.
A giant disappointment.
A strange
Was
one.
it a disappointment? Were
Yes.
we really?
Are you
I mean,
I
kidding
think
me?
we over
If you go back and listen to what we were talking about in August, yes, this was a disappointment. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
yeah.
I agree
If
with
you
From
that.
our talking
if
points,
you-
yes.
If you listen to the episodes in August and July, you would think we were drinking like the delusion, like
I think we were. We were at Jonestown and we were drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, because the problem is that they massively overachieved
They did.
did and won the close games that we lost this year.
That's true.
And then the roster got no better.
Yeah.
Basically.
I do want to
And,
kind of
yeah.
make this episode more of a Eagles recap and a Black Monday.
Yeah.
And we can do more of a overarching season review as the offseason
Yeah,
goes
later
on.
on. Later on.
If I'm
So-
going to be honest, too, I think the public was right about the Giants, about them totally regressing this year. While
Yeah.
a lot of the Giant fans thought we were going to be back in the playoffs, including myself.
I don't agree with the public being right because for them to be right, we would have had to stay healthy and be this bad.
True.
Like you can absolutely attribute at least 2 losses to playing handicapped.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag of like
So you go
injury.
6-11.
Yeah.
Say the Jets game, they run the ball for 1 yard, they win that game.
They had the
Or if
most
Graham Gano
offensive-
wasn't kicking hurt, you win that game.
I mean, the Rams a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tyrod
They're the most
Taylor can flip a
different
2-yard
the
pass.
combinations.
Bills, if Tyrod
O-line this
throws
year.
the ball or
Yeah,
like if
it's-
Waller doesn't get held and the refs don't call it, I mean, that's 3 games right there that
Mhm.
if the ball bounces the other way or if we're not playing hurt,
We win 10 games.
even 9.
Yeah.
Like that's right there,
Yeah.
9 games. But you can say
Yeah.
about every team. Well, if the ball bounces
course.
away in this game, blah,
Of
blah,
course.
blah. But you can look directly at 3 plays and say if that didn't happen, we win the game.
Honestly, it's probably better off
If
this way
Gano's
anyway.
Oh, it
kick in
is.
the first game wasn't blocked, does that
True.
change the game?
Yeah. What
Does that
spiral
change-
does that start?
That
We're
was
missing
the-
Andrew Thomas for 8 weeks, and
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is playing.
That was
behind.
that was the outlook for our entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah, in every way possible.
Like you have Daniel Jones basically storming the beaches of Normandy,
That-
and you expect him not to get PTSD.
That
Yeah.
botch snap in the Dallas game was like Franz Ferdinand getting shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For the next 80
Yeah,
years,
it
the ball
was.
is just
It
dog shit.
was. Yeah. Oh,
it was
it's
just
so funny.
damage after that.
Yeah, because the botch snap, block kick. Gano, I think, got hurt on that kick.
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas got hurt on that
Yeah,
kick.
Andrew Thomas almost lost his life. Like,
So you lost a top kicker in the league, a top 2 left tackle, and from there, Jones, like Dallas was just sending the blitz every play.
yeah, it's just open season.
Jones is rattled. Then he gets hurt.
Poor guy.
Then Tyrod comes in and he's made of glass. He gets
And it's
hurt.
raining.
We're playing 4 weeks with a third string
yeah,
rookie.
and it's pouring. Brian and I almost got into a fight with a Dallas fan. It
It was ridiculous.
was a disaster of a day.
It was a
I would have
season of
loved to see
nothing.
that.
It was a season of nothing but bad luck, and somehow we came out the other end, in my opinion, looking like a team that's on the up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
definitely
yeah,
take
when we
some
started,
positives.
you can go, Brian.
No, go ahead.
When we started 1-5, everyone was thinking Joe Judge, Pat Shurmur, and that all over again.
I was too. I mean, I was
was.
going to give Dable the next year, but if it looked bad mid-season, I was going to be all on the fire him.
It was in the back of my mind.
The seat
it
was
had to be.
the seat was sizzling hot.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
that 1-5 start. It was this guy.
But he righted the ship, so and
He
kept the team together for the most part.
I believe that the turning point of keeping the locker room was the McKinney Wink stuff,
Yeah, for sure.
where Dable clearly took McKinney's side.
Yep.
And estranged Wink.
Mhm.
I mean, you look now, Wink resigned today.
Yeah.
So
But you know what? I think I'd rather have McKinney back than
yeah,
Wink.
I'd rather have a top safety
Yeah.
for the next 6
They
years.
have
than
to
a
get him
defensive
back.
coordinator for 2.
They have
I'd rather
to get
have
him
some
back.
happy players than.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
You'd rather have the good player than the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
have
I
a
think
feeling. I have a feeling that whole story gets leaked out over the summer as well.
It should.
Oh, yeah.
I could see it turning like pro Wink and then Dable leaking and Shane leaking something that make Wink
Yeah.
look like an asshole.
Yep.
Because this happened in Baltimore too, where like
Yeah,
Wink got
something went on.
fired and
Yeah.
it came out that he was like a dick to Harbaugh and everything.
This stuff happens though. Like I hate that. Like
I
the
think
New
he's
York
an
media
old
makes
guy
it seem
who's-
like this doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think he's
Like-
an old guy who's never gotten above coordinator, so he feels kind of like entitled.
And
Like,
listen,
I should be the head coach. What is this 40-year-old doing telling
dude,
me what to
and
do?
I think Dable has a strong personality. Like but
He does.
I don't think like you don't have to get along with every
No.
single person on your
No.
staff. Like you think everybody got along with Coughlin? Fuck
No.
The
God,
players
no.
didn't even like Coughlin at some point. Strahan wanted to kill him
Oh, yeah.
at one point. So it's a little over.
But also the whole Dable's, you can't work with him. What other issues has he had?
none. The players
Okay,
like
so
him.
personnel-wise,
Wink Martindale doesn't
Yeah.
like him.
You want to be Rob
Okay.
Saleh, where you're everyone's best friend, and
And
With the
you
Jets,
win
just a
4
joke.
games.
yeah,
You're a-
it's
What, a $5 million cheerleader?
Yeah.
basically, and they have a roster that's probably personnel wise twice better than
Mm-hmm.
the Giants
Now,
overall.
if
Like,
it was like a Josh McDaniels thing where everyone who ever worked with him said he was a dick and impossible to work
that's
with.
a whole different story.
But just because, he doesn't agree with Wink on things doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean he's impossible to work for.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still on the Dable train.
The players clearly like him.
Yes. I was 1 foot off the train. Everyone who heard the episodes, I was 1 foot off the train halfway through the season, rightfully so. I think
Yeah.
we can all agree that I may have put some overreactionary takes out there,
Just a bit.
but they were, in hindsight, a little truthful.
No.
I think I may have gone too far with calling Kayvon a bust, but the overarching point of him being inconsistent stands.
remains.
I think
that remains true. But
I think
also,
that has to be your New Year's resolution this year in sports
To overreact more,
to not overreact more.
I will overreact more.
but did you see how much like Wink was dropping him? I don't want to shit on Wink because I like Wink.
Yeah.
But Kayvon dropping into coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it was like
30%
all
of
the
the
time.
time.
I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus
What are you
Christ.
doing?
No,
Which is,
no
you
wonder
know-
why he doesn't have any pressure rates.
And they also fired the outside linebackers coach.
Yeah.
So-
That's a good move. Our
Well, that
outside
was
linebackers
apparently
were
Wink's
rough.
like right-hand guy.
Which, if you're going to alienate Wink, you got to get rid of his guy.
And also too, your DC should have very little personnel.
Correct. I mean,
On-
he can
on a
have his
staff.
guys that he prefers.
Yeah, sure,
but,
but like it's not going to be like ride or die.
No.
Like, but
uh,
anywho,
let's break down Eagles before we talk Black Monday.
yeah, sure.
We won, and I'm very, very happy.
It feels good.
It's the first time we beat the Eagles since 2015.
Seriously?
No,
think so.
no way.
No, we
It might
beat
have
them
been
last
beat
year.
the Eagles at home since 2015.
We beat them last year with
No, we didn't.
Webb, right?
Table's
beat
0-4
them-
against the Eagles before
We
yesterday
beat them with Judge's first year, right?
in Philly because I thought it was,
Did
or maybe
not-
it was at home.
They haven't won in Philly in 10 years. They played home.
That's
with
what
them.
it is. We haven't won in
Yesterday.
Philly in forever.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think since 2013 they haven't won in Philly.
There was something with 2015 with us and them though. I don't remember what it was.
I think that's when the Elliott kick happened. No, that was 2016.
I don't remember.
I don't
But
know.
either way, it felt good to actually beat them in a game that they weren't tanking.
Yeah, that game
Yeah.
meant a lot to them. Honestly, I know
gave
they
up halfway
sat their
through,
guys.
but who cares
yeah,
about that?
But
Mhm.
yeah,
They only gave up
Beat him
halfway
in the first
through.
half.
Yeah, you
yeah,
dominated
24
them.
points,
Yeah.
24-0.
Took
Ass
out AJ
kicking.
Brown, took out Jalen Hurts. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Hurts should be all right. It's just
He'll be
I
fine.
think it's just a
Brown looked like
He may not play wild card.
yeah, it's gonna be tough for him. But and they're just beat up. They just got beat up, and they're just lost identity-wise.
I still personally want Kafka gone, but yesterday did show that with a quarterback willing to take shots and a decent amount of time, you can kind of get an offense going.
Yeah, I think
we even saw it the year prior too.
Yeah,
But the thing is, everything has to go right for his system to
It
work.
does, yeah.
it does. But I think it would be really tough to have to start over again.
If you bring in a
OC-wise.
rookie quarterback, I'm fine with it. But if you're going Jones again, like
That's fair.
if the situation says Jones is the guy,
you have to keep
continuity.
Kafka. Yeah, you
But
have to.
I think the O-line was more of a problem.
it
that
was.
Oh, it was a
trickled
massive
into
problem.
the offense. Not even trickled, just flooded into
The line at the beginning of the year was all-time bad.
Yeah.
Like, we've been complaining about the line for years, but the first 6-7 games of the year, it was one of the worst
Historically.
lines in the NFL all time.
Yeah.
Also,
Pretty sure they gave up the second most sacks in history.
They did.
They
They
were on
did.
pace to let up like 120 sacks.
guys, we have to remember that we thought like Justin Pugh was like good. That's how bad our
He
line
came in and played league
Like,
average.
Yeah. Like nothing against Justin Pugh, but he's well over the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind him back next year as a guard, but
Yeah.
even then, it's only like, I'll give you $3-4 million. That's it.
Spend a little
Back-
money, get a
veteran
legit
back-
right guard, put Bredesen at left.
I'd rather just bring Zeitler back.
Yeah. It's
But it was bad. I mean, do you remember there was like that 3-4 game stretch? The Seahawks were in it where we were letting up 10 sacks a game.
Yeah.
oh, it was
I remember that Seattle game. It was like the Giants have been pretty good at not allowing pressure today through the first quarter, and then 3 quarters later, it's like that they have 12 sacks.
yeah, it was I mean, they weren't even picking up like simple they were
No.
just so poorly coached.
You could just
on
run
the O-line.
a standard twist with your D line, and
Yeah.
our O line.
Ugh.
Evan Neal's no idea.
Oh my
what's
God,
going on.
what happened?
What the fuck were they doing every week?
I
Like,
Listening
what
to
was
Bobby Johnson.
What we really? I don't even think he was saying anything.
He probably
even
wasn't.
think he
Honestly,
was
Dable
doing
probably just
anything.
hired him because he knew him in Buffalo and was like, "Hey,
Well,
I have
as
to get
the
a staff
beat reporters
together."
call him well respected.
Yeah, he
which
just
is
had
beat
to get a
reporters
staff
speak
together.
for garbage.
Well, if it shows anything, Tyree Phillips, because he got cut.
Yeah,
he
that
went
was
to the,
hilarious.
He went to
Dude.
the Eagles practice squad.
That's-
Comes back and he gives a very serviceable
The
right tackle.
practice
he even
squad.
said he's like, I'm the best lineman I've ever been because of the coaching I got in Philly.
the
They need to hire
practice
someone
squad.
from Philly.
Just
They need
take-
to give Mike Munchak a blank check.
They should. They need to spend serious money because the O line hasn't been right in 8 years.
8.
Yeah.
That's only 2015, Greg.
Well, we did have that one good year in 16,
2016,
right?
when
Yeah.
the
First with
defense, when we
McAdoo.
were winning games like 13-10.
No, we had good offense.
Remember,
then, right?
remember we
Am I
fired
lost?
Coughlin, gave Jerry Reese another year. He spent a ton of money on defense.
Oh, yeah.
and the
yeah,
yeah.
only
that
reason
was-
we won games is when Eli and Odell would connect.
All right,
for
so it's like a
200 yards.
decade. It's like
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're talking like 2012.
Yeah,
Was the
2012.
last
That
time we
was
had a decent line.
the
7
what?
years.
Janoris Jenkins, Olivier Vernon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that crew.
Snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah, was Casillas signed to the team already?
He might have been on that team, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he
He
was.
was on
wasn't
that
Jesus,
team.
we look eerily similar to
Yeah.
that team right now.
Yeah, good defense,
Yeah.
terrible line.
A good D tackle, a
We
good
just,
end.
we just don't have the star young wide receiver who we're not signing to trade away.
By the way, this kid from Washington is quick.
He is.
Mhm.
Jeez.
O'Dunsey.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Well, we'll learn it when he's a Giant next year
Yeah, could be.
with the 6th pick. I don't know. We could go anywhere with that.
That'll be for another episode.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm very happy with the. Listen, with a loss, we would have been the 5th pick. With
Yeah.
a win,
Didn't hurt
with
us.
a 6th pick.
Take the win.
Give Dable a win versus Philly. It
Mhm.
felt good because they weren't sitting guys.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And we dominated them for the first half with their starters.
it's a legit win. It's a
legitimate
legit
win.
win to end the
We
season.
were up 24 before they took their guys out.
Yep.
So I love it. Fantastic. We looked good.
We looked like
Looked like the team I
football
thought
team.
we were going to be.
Yeah,
Competent team.
The
competent
team that we were hyping up
Exactly.
in August.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if Jones, if he does end up being the guy, and he can play like he did last year against, like if he were to be substituted in, if 2022 Daniel Jones played in yesterday's game, he would have had 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh,
I think so.
100%. Yeah.
But
think so?
I mean, 2022 Jones was a good quarterback playing with nobody.
But he never put up those stats.
Because who was he throwing to?
Except for the
That's
playoffs.
what I,
They didn't
but
even
that's
let
what I
Slayton
mean.
play till
Though.
halfway
That's
through
what
the
I
season.
mean. Like that's why I don't think he's the guy. He doesn't give you those games. I don't really think it matters who he's
See-
throwing to.
But why does every other like yesterday, Hurts is playing like shit? It's like, well, look who he's throwing to. Why is that an excuse for Hurts but not for Jones?
It's been an excuse for Jones for like the last 2 years. I think this season,
tough.
for
So-
me, this season
But
kind
why
of
did
showed
it?
it.
Sudden,
You're glossing over Ian's point there.
like my point is, why is it when every other quarterback sucks?
Well, how many
it's because-
seasons are we gonna have to wait until we get an actual a weapon? Like
How many
or
seasons is
until
it going
we
to take to
can-
get an O line and a weapon? That's my question. When's the last time we had a legitimate passing weapon with a decent O line?
Yeah, but if Jones
Odell for
needs to
rookie
have
year,
weapons and Tyrod Taylor was no problem with it, what
Probably.
was the problem?
But Tyrod had protection and Slayton and Hyatt and Waller, all healthy.
I don't,
Week
I
one
don't know.
Jones
I don't really think
had
it works
Darren
like
Waller.
that.
You're and Wandale.
Wandale wasn't playing week one.
No, I mean in the.
Oh yeah,
Tyrod.
and Wandale.
God,
like
I
now.
fucking love Wandale.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looks
That
good.
guy's a gem, dude.
But like last year, Jones had a bad line that
Mhm.
didn't get better throughout the year. Slayton wasn't even allowed to play until late in the season.
Mhm.
Who were our top two receivers for
Yeah,
the
I
start
thi-
of the season? Kenny Galladay and Sterling Shepard.
Yep.
Well, I think
Shep balled out that game too.
I think
He
the
did.
problem
The
for
Titans game.
Yeah.
I think the problem for Jones right out of the gate was in obviously the offseason. I think Dable and Kafka told him like, "Hey, you don't have to vacate the pocket that much this year.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a better O line." And then that didn't
Yeah. Okay.
that didn't prove to be true, obviously, because Tyrod, like, great game on Sunday, but like he's vacating the pocket most of the time,
Oh yeah.
or stepping up or moving to the side and making plays, and Jones was just hanging back there.
Yeah.
So,
I thought the Giants weren't even going to have a quarterback going into halftime.
Yeah.
oh, I know, dude. It was
Tyra
like,
with the thumb, DeVito with the ankle.
yeah,
It was-
DeVito's limping, poor
I
guy.
figured they were going to just run Barkley out of the
Oh, I
Wildcat.
was
the
so
whole
excited
second
for
half.
Cutlet's return tour.
Or well,
Boy,
they
boy,
have-
that
don't they have
lost
Keenum?
juice. Yeah.
Don't they have Keenum as their third guy?
No, I think it's
Barkley, Matt Barkley.
But he
Well,
wasn't
no,
even
because you
dressed.
can have the third emergency guy now.
But he wasn't dressed.
He's never dressed. Barkley.
No, I mean like you can have a third quarterback that doesn't count against the.
No, I
But
know
he
that.
wasn't
I
dressed.
know that, but
There wasn't a third quarterback dressed.
Oh, we're not talking about the Eagles game.
We are. There
No,
was
we
no
are.
third
We are.
quarterback dressed.
You are.
Oh, at all.
Yeah.
at
Oh,
all,
I didn't
at all.
realize that.
Barkley,
Yeah.
Barkley would have been the third, but they don't dress him.
I didn't realize that.
Which, why is he on that?
Because who thinks two quarterbacks can get hurt?
Well, if
in
one of them's Tyrod Taylor,
Oh,
you have
did you
to.
watch the NFC Championship game last
Yeah.
year,
or one of the Giants games last year?
Yeah, or this
or
year.
anyone this year?
Yeah.
I think they got rid of somebody. Not got rid of, but someone on our
Ooh, that was a bad throw.
training
Penix.
staff took a job with like Florida or something.
That's a good move. I think that's wise for all.
So they'll have to replace him, which could be good.
I think it
Um,
was the running backs coach who took the offensive coordinator
Oh
job.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, at Syracuse or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
That's
because
fine.
other than
Yeah, who
Barkley, we
cares?
haven't
Yeah.
developed a single running back.
No.
Like we've had young guys behind him for 5 years and
Mm-hmm.
done nothing with them.
And Barkley's, he was the second pick in the draft.
Gallman was all right.
Barkley was going to be good no matter what.
Yeah.
Gallman was all right, and then the guy they had before.
Boy, that
him-
guy fizzled out of the league.
Remember the guy they had before Gallman? He was from I think it was like Andre Williams.
Was
From
he behind
BC?
Barkley,
Oh, from
though?
BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right.
Was he behind Barkley or before Barkley?
He
This
was
way
before Barkley. Yeah.
Well, I'm just talking about who this guy is coached.
Oh,
oh, I don't know.
I don't know when he got to the team.
I don't
Connor,
know.
look that up.
What am I looking at?
I don't know.
When the running back,
Whatever his
the
name
one who
is.
left.
I think
When did he get
I think
to
they
the
said. I mean, running backs coaches. I think they come and they go
Yeah,
because they go get like
But you
an
would have liked to see Aaron Gray
offensive
maybe not
analyst
look like
job.
shit this year.
yeah.
yeah.
He looked bad. I would like to take one of these young, fast running backs in the draft this year.
Yep.
In like the 4th round.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that. Gray started to look a little bit better.
It's okay, but he's nothing special.
He's
not
got
gonna do
bursts,
anything.
bursts of speed. Like,
in a straight line, and that's it.
yep,
He
that's
doesn't
it.
look
He
like
also
he can
didn't get
cut.
many opportunities.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause he-
because they had to put Breida out there.
Yeah,
and he also fumbled that
Yeah.
one punt, and that
Mhm.
was like that's your death sentence as a rookie.
They wanted to
Yeah.
make him a returner for no reason.
they were desperate for a returner, and now we got Gunnar Olszewski.
They have to keep him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they have to. I haven't seen the Giants punt return in I couldn't even
Dominic
tell
Probably
you.
since
Dwayne
Dwayne
Harris.
Harris. Yeah.
Oh
Dwayne Harris.
Yeah,
Dwayne
or
Harris.
Dominic Hickson, honestly. But
Both of them, really.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And then one of the 2 other guys that played great yesterday, Okereke and McKinney.
God,
Didn't
Bobby
miss
O.
a single snap all year. The only 2 players in the NFL to do that.
Can we talk about how insane that is?
That's nuts.
That's
Unheard of.
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's not like a baseball player like, oh, you played all 162. It's like to play every single snap of an NFL season is nuts. With how often our defense was on the field.
and
Dude.
how often everyone else on the team was getting hurt.
Every snap.
honestly-
they never got a single play where they were like, all right, you can come out.
Bobby O has been. He's
Well worth the
he's
money.
just fun
Incredible.
to watch, and we're not even paying him that much in reality
Mhm.
For what
For-
he's giving us.
for what he's giving us. And you have to sign X over Barkley all day.
If it was one of the 2, I would take McKinney.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would like to keep both. I mean,
They're gonna tag Barkley again.
I think
Williams is
Yeah.
off the book. Adori's off
Barkley's-
the book.
He said he's numb to it. He just doesn't want it to be.
Doesn't want it
At
to be the
March-
day of.
Well, the whole problem was DJ at the time because they were
Yeah.
trying to negotiate that contract. Now, what do you have to? I mean, you
But
have
they might
McKinney.
consider
I mean-
slapping
I
the
mean-
tag on McKinney.
Yeah,
So
Oh, I wonder what the tag is for a safety.
it's probably around the same as a running back. Probably 10
You
to
think?
10
Yeah.
to 13-ish. Maybe
Yeah.
more, actually.
but it's a
I'll
better
check
There's
that.
probably
situation.
safeties out there. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a
I
better
know, it
situation than
sucks.
it was last year.
It sucks that McKinney wasn't drafted in the first round because he could be
Yeah.
5th-year option,
Mhm.
but he
Oh,
was
well.
the first pick in the second round.
Yeah,
Either way, you got to keep him. He's clearly a leader on the team.
I
Clearly
wonder
he's
if
a
he
good
wants.
player.
I wonder if he wants to be back though.
I didn't like those tweets from earlier in the year.
I
with
think
the,
he
like,
does.
safety.
Now that
Safety
Witt's
does
gone.
now. Yeah,
Now that Witt's
Safeties
gone,
are 17 million.
Oof.
That's
Yeah,
really?
They won't tag him.
and that's going
then.
to be fully
Nah.
guaranteed. That's
You
I mean,
can't tag him at that price.
No.
no, you can't. Well, because you got to think either way. This is Jones's last year,
Yes.
Mhm.
unless
he somehow is starting and balls out.
he has to have like a 40, 35 touchdown year.
I don't
He
even
has-
think that. If he goes
has
out there
to
and throws
do a lot.
for
Yeah.
3,800 yards and 30 touchdowns,
He has to have a Pro Bowl year.
yeah, he
Comeback
has to be
player
a
of the
guy where
year.
it's like, he has to be a guy where it's like, oh, okay, this is what they saw.
So
Not he threw 24
that's going to be off the
touchdowns.
book. So,
And then you might have a rookie.
but the good thing is they extended AT. Dexter's
Yes.
extended,
Mhm.
and
the
then
core is there.
the core's there. So
Okereke's on a longer deal.
he's on a 4-year deal, right?
The receivers you care about, Slayton's here for another 2 years,
He's got one more year.
one more.
Yeah.
And
Wandale's
then
still here for another
Hyatt's
3.
here for 4 more
Wandale's
years.
still here, and you could pick up Wandale's for 5th-year option because he's
No,
first
he was
round
a
draft.
second
Second.
round.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Damn it.
But still, he's only in his second year.
Yeah, he's only in his
You got
second
2
year.
more years of him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hyatt, you have 3 more years. Waller, you have, I think, 3 more.
Yeah,
I-
3 or 4.
Can I bring up
2.
Darren Waller and how slow he looks?
The offense honestly looked worse when he was playing.
Yeah, because it gives
I
me
think
like
he's playing beat
Yeah.
up a little bit.
I hope he's playing beat up
Yeah.
because he can't cut. He's not fast. Like
Mhm.
half the time he's dropping a ball. He makes a good
they-
catch
They
now and
can
then,
save $7 million if they cut him this
but I
offseason.
think it's next year they can save money by cutting him.
It might be this one.
They should,
Either way,
they should give him another shot, I think.
I think they will ultimately.
they have to.
Because if you're not going to give him another shot, then you should take Bowers at 6. Or trade back a couple
I would
picks
rather
again.
trade.
I don't
if,
know.
if there's a quarterback on the board, I'd trade back like 2-3 picks and then take Bowers. But I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not happy with him. But that's also because I was really into Laporta in the draft
Yeah.
and the season he had. It's kind of hard to not say, "I told you so." Like, if only I could find Joe Shane and just say, "I told you so."
Yeah. Waller wasn't terrible, but he wasn't like.
I mean,
what
he
we
was in the
thought.
top 5 tight end stats in the start of the season when he was healthy.
Yeah.
But like, that's not hard to do.
They just got
Because
no rhythm
the first
with him
6
either.
weeks of the season, he had like 12 catches for
Yeah, he
like
did,
100.
In his defense,
yards.
we got no rhythm with him either.
Oh, that's
It was
true.
Just, yeah.
But you know, the fact that he had like no numbers and everyone was like, he's still top 5. It's like, yeah, but you know, it's like winning a race against
Yeah.
fat guys.
Yeah.
Like you won, but you didn't really have competition.
Yeah.
like beginning of the season, who do you expect to put up tight end stats?
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews.
Yep.
That's it.
Hawkinson.
Even at the beginning of the season, no one really expected Hawkinson to be like the stud that he was.
Dude, they're not stopping this run. They're not stopping the run. I predicted this. Another touchdown for Michigan.
Oh, okay. Spoiler.
We
Yeah,
must be on
there
a
it is.
slight delay.
Yeah.
Michigan touchdown.
It's way too easy.
Did you see in the pregame, Bryce Harper predicted Washington winning 49-10?
Already a dead take.
Yeah. I just said before the game too, I was like, I'm very worried that Michigan's going to win like 42-10.
I feel like national championship has been so lopsided lately.
Well, because teams like this make it in.
Yeah.
And realistically, Washington can. They're lucky they got Texas.
Wait till it's a 12-team playoff next year.
I can't wait. It's going to be great.
You're going to have like Syracuse versus like Georgia.
No. This year's matchups would have been good. I honestly don't care that we're going off the rails a bit. We can talk more sports than just the Giants this offseason. Makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
We'll
We do
have
have
a
to talk
lot of
about
stuff
Black
planned.
Monday, though.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about it before with Wink.
Oh,
but,
hold on. Shep.
Oh, yeah. Sad to see him go. Do you think he
Last year.
retires?
I think he does.
I think he'll try to latch on with somebody and be in like a training camp and then hang it up.
I think he's done. The way he was, like after the game and like even before the game, I think he's done.
Maybe throw him a bone. Bring him on as a wide receiver coach. Why
I
not?
think he wants to hang around.
Like he stuck with the Giants this long. When it was contract time, like he could have walked.
Mhm.
You know, like he's a Giant that's obviously not a Ring of Honor Giant, but like a Giant that you'll be when they wheel him out at halftime.
Yeah,
You'll be happy to
Yep.
see him. You'll be like, "Wow, what a great player!"
Yep.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah. So if it was a 12 team this year, the top four would have gotten buys. You would have had Oregon versus Missouri. Solid matchup.
Yep.
Florida State versus Liberty would have been the tough matchup.
Yeah, banged up Florida State.
Yeah. And everyone thought Liberty was hanging with Oregon until Oregon won by like 35.
Yeah,
Penn State, Ohio State,
that would have been
nice.
classic.
Georgia, Ole Miss.
That still could have been good.
Could have been, but Georgia smacked Ole Miss early in the year.
Yeah, Georgia.
Either way, you would have gotten some solid matchups.
Yeah.
Georgia, Michigan would have been a great final here.
Oh yeah.
Georgia, Bama. Let's be real. Those are probably Michigan and Georgia are the two best teams in college.
Definitely.
With Bama a solid 3.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Shep is gone. That's unfortunate. Who would you guys want to bring in as the defensive coordinator?
Kind of interesting for me. I think the Leslie Frazier thing makes a lot of sense.
It
Kind of a
does.
senior guy.
Senior guy, someone
Buffalo
who
connection.
was a head coach with Daboll.
It'll make Mara happy having an older guy in the room.
Yeah, and Buffalo's defense was amazing.
Yeah.
when he was
Yeah.
there. And he also developed edge rushers.
And he can come be
So-
a defensive coordinator here. And then in
He
2-3
developed
years, he can
edge
go be a
rushers
head
in
coach.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
Jared Allen, all those
He can go be a
guys.
head
like-
coach somewhere else in 2-3 years, and we get a pick out of it.
yeah, or
I know I brought this up before we started. It's a wild theory,
Oh, yeah.
but say Belichick gets canned. What we're all expecting.
that would be an interesting swan.
I don't
song.
think they'd
Yeah.
fire him. It would be like Coughlin, where he steps
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, or they
But-
try to trade him.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be a possibility?
I mean, it always could. I can't see him taking the demotion to be a coordinator.
Because he's a GM too.
I know.
Yeah.
He's going to want personnel.
But I thought I
Yeah.
saw somewhere there was a report he would be open to like not being I don't know how they would get that info out of Bill.
He's got to be a head
But-
coach, though. He's
Yeah.
got to be.
Well, he'd be a head coach, but
Yeah.
I think he'd be open to not having full personnel control.
Yeah.
But who's
Yeah.
asking Belichick this question, and why is Belichick answering?
Right.
There's no way anyone got this information out of
Yeah.
Bill.
Honestly, too, like you don't like. I don't really feel like teams like what would the Falcons do with him? What would the Chargers do with him? Like, why would you want him?
You
right?
want an offensive
at this
coach
point.
if you're the
Like,
Chargers.
yeah, like it doesn't make any sense.
If you're the
Like,
Chargers, you almost want to interview Kafka.
honestly, maybe the Panthers because they want to stabilize things because they're
True.
chaotic.
But the problem is
True.
Bill would come in and run a new program like a college team.
And Bryce Young, he would fucking hate Bryce Young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hate Bryce Young.
Young, not white quarterback
But-
who's not accurate.
But to Brian's point, it would be amazing
Right.
to watch him if he was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 years.
True.
Yeah.
We'll
Go
get
somewhere
this.
else, see what
I'll
you can do."
develop
Yeah.
Kayvon and
Because
get
Giants
these guys."
connection, Dable connection.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun.
It's intriguing to think about.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun for sure.
I like to propose Rex Ryan,
Be
Interesting.
interesting.
get him back into coaching.
I heard he's like dipping.
Supposedly
his toes.
interested.
Yeah.
Do you think his
Not in our job, just coaching in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, yeah.
Do you think his personality would go well with Dable though?
I feel like he's got a Wink personality.
I think
too.
Rex
feel like
Ryan
he's
is the
very-
same personality behind the scenes that Wink is.
Yeah.
He's just loud on the forefront,
Yep.
Mhm.
and no way.
Jeez.
This is unreal.
Yikes.
How did they get the ball back already?
Yeah,
They
wait.
punted.
What happened?
Oh my god. Whatever. This game's a wash. I think he would respect Dable enough to kind of take that back seat media wise. I think he wouldn't be as confrontational because he knows the New York media now.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
he'd kind of be more like he would almost be like a boomer Mike McDaniel, where he would joke around with the media and kind of have fun with it.
He's also more classic Giants defense, like
Yes.
4-3.
I would like to
Yeah.
go to a 4-3.
Yeah.
Let Kayvon just sit and rush.
tiptoe around the media.
Yeah, they gotta.
Do you get the joke?
Yes, because of feet.
Yes.
Very nice.
Got him.
Well
We
executed.
fucking got him. Rex
Got him.
Ryan, you are on watch.
I don't know who else is out there though, defensive coordinator wise.
Maybe
they'll probably
Patrick
hire some guy
Graham.
from Buffalo.
Patrick Graham,
Patrick
maybe.
Graham.
Oh.
That'd be interesting.
Where did he
Antonio.
go? Did he go to
Did you guys
Vegas.
say Antonio Pierce already?
Vegas.
No, we didn't bring up Pierce yet.
Yeah.
We might
We
have
did
mentioned him
before.
earlier, but not in this official
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah, Pierce. I don't know if he's ready to be a D coordinator.
We were saying that was it before we started the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
way
he's
before.
he's
Yeah.
a good head coach right now because there's structure in place.
And he's inspiring.
Yes, they're playing for him, but he's letting his coordinators run the show.
I mean,
That's why they didn't upgrade a coordinator to head coach. He was the linebackers coach.
Yeah.
yeah, he'd be a great assistant head coach, linebackers coach for the Giants.
Yeah, he is a professional cheerleader right now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah,
and
I mean,
he needs to realize he's not
no,
going to be the
no
head coach next
disrespect
year.
to him,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But this could be a stepping stone to being a defensive coordinator. And
yeah, for sure.
if they want to interview him and they like what he has to say,
Come on
because
home.
it's not like he was Jeff Saturday who came
Yeah.
straight out of a high school team to coach.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
he has been in the NFL. He was coaching linebackers.
Yep.
Did you see that thing with Jeff Saturday on Barstool when he
What?
was talking about when Jim Irsay called him? He was like, I literally just got back from a day of hunting with my son. And Jim Irsay was like, hey, I need you. And Jeff Saturday was like, I'm going to tell you, we're going to lose every game.
But they didn't.
I know. But he was like, we're like, this is going to be a disaster.
Yeah, Jim, I'll
And,
come in.
and he's like, I just need someone to be here to stabilize this thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
That's
he's
fair, though. I mean,
he's
if
a
you
fucking
know your
psycho.
That's
franchise is
hilarious.
yeah, if you know your franchise is in total disarray
Just
and
get
like
a
the season's a wash,
Mhm.
bring in a guy that you know will at least be like
Trust.
a calming presence in the
Yeah.
locker room.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's so funny.
Like if the Giants were in that state of affair, I would be like, just let Eli run the locker room for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think
or
he's. I think he's
Strahan
too.
or-
I think he's too much of a cornball. Yeah, I'd go Strahan.
Cornball.
True. No, Strahan would be way too hard on them.
Listen.
I think Eli's too quiet. He wouldn't be able to coach up the defense and all of the, like I don't
Honestly,
know,
you'd
people
probably
who are
go
just
like
younger,
Carl
I guess.
Banks or like
You'd probably bring in like Deal.
Lawrence
Sean
Taylor,
O'Hara,
imagine.
Deal.
Sean O'Hara.
Yeah.
Well, Deal works for the team, doesn't he?
Yeah, and
Does he?
O'Hara does too.
Do they both?
Lawrence Taylor.
Well, I
does
guess
the-
I guess
the line
O'Hara
and
works
like-
for the network,
show.
but
Yeah. Well, They both work for the team in media capacity.
Soybert.
Yeah,
Soybert.
See if he can get
Soybert's
a
the
Dewey
coach
after
for
a game.
Watchung right now. Or
Yeah, that's
Warren
such
Hill,
a thing that
Warren
people
Watchung.
forget that Soybert and Deal had combined for like 4 DUIs in their playing career.
Just getting bagged.
He coached
Soybert
my
was,
my roommate in high school.
Soybert was the center, right?
No.
Didn't
Left
he?
guard.
Well, so Snee was the center.
Snee was right
No,
guard.
O'Hara was the center.
O'Hara was the
I
center.
always mixed
Yeah.
the three up because I
Yeah.
always forget who Eli said had the smelliest ass.
It was McKenzie,
McKenzie,
Snee, O'Hara, Soybert,
Deal.
Deal.
Yeah. And then Deal moved inside as he got older.
I think he started inside and then bumped
I thought he finished as a guard.
out. He might have.
I don't remember.
I forget.
Either way, it's nice
Either
to
way.
reminisce on those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great,
Thomas, though. I love talking about Andrew Thomas.
dude.
How good
He's-
he is at
Could
football.
he get even better with a better
Yeah,
O-line
yeah.
coach?
Look how good he got with Bobby Johnson
100%.
coaching him.
Yeah.
Nuts.
100%.
Well, is he like Aaron Judge, where he just doesn't listen to the coach and
Oh,
goes
maybe.
outside the organization?
Dude, he could be Trent Williams good.
He almost is.
Yeah, he's
He almost already is.
a top 5 left
He's top
tackle.
five.
I would call him top 2.
You could
Yeah,
argue
he's-
top 3.
Yeah, he's
When he's
a
healthy,
stud.
he is top 2.
He does
Last
everything.
year, he had a fully healthy season, and his numbers were right up there with Trent Williams.
Mhm.
Dude, as soon as he started playing consistently this year, like after injury, you didn't
Yeah.
hear his name.
Like
Yeah.
2, 3
They never say his
after
name.
like his second game back when he finally
He's like a
found
ghost.
his legs.
Yeah.
He's a ghost. You
Yeah.
never hear his fucking
Yeah.
name, which
Which
is
is-
the ultimate compliment.
Yeah,
yeah,
if you're an O lineman and no one knows who you are, you're good.
perfect.
Yeah.
yeah, golden.
Yeah, where if
Yeah.
everyone knows your name, you're a problem.
If you need a Mark Glowitz,
Like you want casual fans to be like, "Who's the left guard?" Because that either means you're terrible and no one knows who you are,
Yeah,
or you're good and no one knows who you are because your name never gets called on penalties
Mhm.
and you never get blown up.
Glowinski righted the ship a little bit at the end.
He
there.
honestly looked
Yeah,
solid.
he did.
Once Pugh got there,
Yeah.
Lewinsky looked all right.
Yeah,
he
he
also
looked
did
okay.
get kind of demoted to a backup guard once
Yeah.
Bredesen was healthy.
I love how he was like the motion tight end,
Oh my god,
the eligible motion tight end.
he was the target.
He was basically
on
an
that play,
H
too.
back. Yeah, at one point.
It was
Oh,
fantastic.
it's too
though, that
funny.
Justin Pugh was our starting left tackle for like 3 weeks.
hmm
That was the state of this line.
Yep.
I hope he retires as a Giant.
Well, he said he's retiring as a Giant or he's
done.
playing here.
He's done.
Yeah.
Good.
He's
I love
publicly
him.
he's publicly said
Have
that.
him
though.
be the O line coach for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's
When he
well,
left-
he said
When he left to go to Arizona, I was like, all right, whatever, fuck him, who cares?
With the
but
money
then
he
he came
wanted,
back,
yeah.
and I was like, I love you. Like he just stepped
No,
up,
it
played
was-
left
it-
well, he
tackle,
didn't-
left
it was
guard,
good he got
fucking-
his
he
money,
didn't.
honestly.
He didn't leave in bad blood.
No, he didn't.
It
leave
was
that.
a I love the Giants, but Arizona
This
offered
is
me a
what I'm
contract
worth.
I cannot
Yeah.
turn down.
Yeah, no. He
And within
couldn't do
2 years, we were like, yeah, he wasn't worth that. We
and
knew
he
that.
he lives in Arizona full time now.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Taxes are low.
Oh,
Warm.
it's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
warm, and it's not like some the parts of Arizona people actually live are nice.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good
But,
golf.
Sure, you can go live in the middle of nowhere in the desert, but
Yeah, with one of
no
those
one actually
tribes.
lives in Phoenix.
No,
Everyone
it's
lives
like
outside
college town.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
Like I think Tucson
Tucson.
is really nice.
Yeah.
yeah, to Glendale.
Tempe.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Either way, I know because he said he's either back as a Giant or he's done.
Yep.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Which basically
I love
leaves
that.
Joe Shane no option other than to put a contract on his desk and say, "Here's 1 year,
Veteran men.
$3 million."
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Take
What
it
do
or
we do? That
take it or
makes-
retire.
What do we do that makes like these players love the franchise so much? Because we've been bad for like 10 years.
It's
Like,
the
what makes
culture in the
them-
locker room and everything.
Yeah, I
guess so.
I do think as much as we give the Maris shit, I think they treat
They
those guys like family. Like
And stuff like with the Leonard Williams trade, where Shane was like, "Hey,
did him a
I'm
solid.
asking for your permission, and you
Yeah.
can pick where to go."
And Williams may come back.
He might.
He might.
he might.
He said it's
Like,
not out of the question.
Yeah.
But I hope that he would at least consider the money we're already paying him next year.
Yeah,
into
just
a
come
deal.
back, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't expect us to give you $20 million.
No.
Realistically, on the market, he was getting 13,
Yeah.
15.
And to
But
be
like,
honest with you,
should see that we're already paying you. I think it's like $8 million next year or something. Take that $8 million discount.
Mhm.
Like play for us for 10.
Yeah.
Come on,
and he might have had a problem with Wink for all we know too.
maybe
Who knows?
Adoree
Could have been part of it.
I
Adoree's gone.
want.
How
to
do you
keep
think
him.
that story went down?
Which one?
Like, what is your theory?
The Wink.
Yeah, with like McKinney and Dayball. Like, what's
Well,
your
there was
theory with
the McKinney going out to the media because McKinney clearly doesn't know when to stop talking.
Yeah, is he the kind of guy where he like drinks a little
aloha.
too much and everyone's like,
We have
shut
a
the
live
hell
listener.
up?
That's fun. Yeah, McKinney just doesn't know when to like not tweet or not say something that he shouldn't. And I think he came out and said that there's no communication, which could be fair. Wink does kind of seem like a crotchety old guy.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that apparently every week Wink would have a full defensive team meeting
Okay.
and would be like, hey, if anybody has something to say, like, let's say it in front of the team. I don't know if that's happened after McKinney said something to the media about no communication, and then Wink started to pull that. And I think that rubbed Dable the wrong way, that he was kind of calling out
Maybe
McKinney, like in a public,
true.
as a captain.
Instead of being a coach and being like,
and
yeah,
just
we're
pulling him to
gonna
the side and be like, hey, man, like if you have something to
address
say,
it one
like
to one,
say
and then
it
to the
me.
media, being like,
Or
hey,
in a
I
smaller
addressed it.
position group,
Yeah.
like kind of embarrassing him a little bit. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's Dable's style.
No, he's a player's coach, but he's a strict.
Like
player's
he'll go
coach.
after you
Yeah.
on the sideline, which is great. I
Yeah.
think that's how it has to
Accountability.
be. But I think after it seemed like kind of like a slight from Wink, like an immature
Yeah.
slight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is a fourth year player. Who's he to tell me what to do? Kind of thing.
Yeah, and
Like I'm the guy in the room. I'm the coordinator. He's just a guy.
yeah, pretty much. I think that's that's the story I heard on the fan today from Tiki.
Mm-hmm.
Tiki would know too.
Yeah.
So either way, I can see why Dable taking McKinney's side would piss off Wink.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah, because you feel like you're just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does suck to lose Wink for the consistency. But like we said, this guy seemed to pull this in Baltimore too.
Yeah, and
This isn't just a Dable. This isn't a Dable thing. This is a
No.
Wink thing.
also the defense had moments,
Yeah.
It
but
did.
it wasn't
But
consistent.
we were the 28th ranked defense.
I mean,
I get we were on the field all the
since
time, and
week
the offense
Yeah.
didn't help.
Yeah,
but, like,
granted.
even if you have like the Steelers, their offense was terrible. Their defense was still like top 15.
Since
yeah,
week
the
5,
Giants were like in the 20s on
28.
everything. Yeah,
They were
defense.
28th
Yeah.
overall. Like, I don't care how bad your offense is. If your defense is that good, you're at least in the top 20.
Yeah,
Since week 5, the Giants have led the NFL in takeaways.
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
they were doing well. It's just the offense was just trash.
Well, the problem is
Yeah.
they would, let up 33 points but have 3 picks.
Yeah.
It's like that's great. But,
Mhm.
you still have 33 points.
Yeah.
So it's a bright future, I think.
yeah, I think
Um,
so. Just we gotta get the right staff in all around. But
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Kafka. I'm really
I think you hang on to him. I think he proved that his scheme can be effective.
yeah.
Now, would I hesitate if the Giants start out slow to get rid of him next year? No, I wouldn't hesitate at all.
Oh yeah, if the offense is healthy and they're not playing well, he's got to go.
He's got to
But
go.
like we said earlier, I don't think bringing in another offensive coordinator for Jones to learn what
No,
would
it's
be
a whole-
the fourth. That would be the fourth offense he would have.
Also,
to learn.
you have mostly young receivers.
Yeah.
Wandale, it doesn't help.
They got to get another
Any
receiver, though.
development.
They got to get
Yeah.
a true one.
Yeah, they got to go out and get.
They got to get an X
That's why
T. Higgins,
or Pittman.
Neighbors
Pittman, Neighbors.
Well,
at 6 may be a good move.
Yeah.
I would.
If you're going to bring Jones back, you
if
might
you
as well
don't get
just
one of
beef it
those
up.
receivers, then you have to sign either. Well, free agency is kind of before the draft, so
Yeah.
teams
Yeah.
kind of know where to draft.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to figure it out from
do
there.
you
but-
like if you can sign Pittman or T? Do you even bother with a receiver in the draft? Maybe the second round.
I would go second.
The only guy I would sign is T. Higgins.
I like Pittman.
Yeah, but I think Higgins is like a legit. Like,
Yeah, he's got the build.
Yeah.
but Pittman's big too. Either
The
way,
injuries concern me for T. Higgins.
yeah.
True.
yeah, true.
And
True.
Pittman now too.
Pittman
He's-
almost died
He's been
that
hit in
one,
the
yeah.
head like
Yeah.
4 times.
Pittman almost died.
Yeah.
I also can't really see Pittman leaving Indianapolis.
Neither can I.
They have
Yeah.
money. They have a young quarterback.
Who's on the rise, and he was doing well.
Yeah.
with
He's going to
Anthony
go off
Richardson.
next year.
He's
I
doing
think.
well with Minshew too.
Yeah.
I think he goes off. They have a nice team around him. Great offensive
Richardson?
line. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he should.
as long as he's healthy.
if he can throw a ball accurately, he should be. That was always his thing. Like, he's not accurate at all.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was saying if he can like process defenses and learn to throw accurately, he's going to be disgusting.
Yeah.
But that was the risk you take.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we
It's going to
seeing
be
here?
interesting. I hope we can see, more of the starting quarterbacks play in the NFL next year as a whole, because this was kind of depressing to watch, like a quarterback go down every week,
Yeah.
and it was just one by one. It was insane.
Yeah,
It
but
was,
we finished with beating the Eagles.
Yeah, obviously that's end on a high note. But I'd like to see, as much as I hate the Jets, it would have been nice to see Aaron Rodgers play.
They would have been very good, I think. But their line is
Yeah.
still a huge question.
Yeah.
I think with these old guys, you need an offensive line. Look at Flacco.
It's not just the old guys, it's the non-mobile guys. And I don't mean mobile like Justin Herbert. I mean mobile like Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a guy that's a true runner, you have to have a good line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been that way too.
Yeah, but it takes, I guess, our GM's 10 years to fix it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're cursed. I haven't watched
Well, Jerry Reese
I don't
didn't
read
draft
amazing,
any
but,
linemen for years.
Never.
Yeah, I'm
And then
talking,
when he
like,
did, he
competent
took Eric
offensive
Flowers.
line.
Yep.
Remember
Like,
that?
he took-
wasn't he
What?
from Miami?
Flowers, yeah.
Yeah, everyone was all in on that. Everyone was all in on that.
I mean, people right out of the draft had red flags with him, with his work ethic and everything. So he was always a problem.
One of these episodes, I would like to just look back and see who we missed on.
I wouldn't. That's depressing.
Why?
Maybe in
Slippery
like,
slope. Yeah.
I'm
maybe
not
like
talking
July.
like recent years. Like July.
Off
Yeah.
season's about positivity.
We'll
We
go-
actually haven't drafted that terribly.
I'm not.
No, but the
we don't have to
problem
do
is we're
this
not
current
drafting
era.
like long-term players.
We don't have
We're
to
drafting
do this
guys
current
that are
era.
okay,
Kind
for
of like in
3
and
or 4
out.
years.
Yeah.
We don't draft second contract guys.
We've been very we either draft a great player like an Andrew Thomas, or we
Yeah.
draft like a
Guy that's okay for 2 years and then
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but you know what I'm saying.
like what's his name that
Eli
went to the
Apple.
Lions? Okwara.
Yeah, like someone like that.
Okay for us,
Yeah,
then gets better
fine.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which could just be
Orleans
coaching.
Darkwa.
And honestly, like
Orleans
Okereke is like the first big free agent we've hit in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of other free agents that we signed that have actually worked out. Like
trying to think.
Solder sucked, Galladay sucked.
Galladay maybe.
Dave-
Adoree was good. Adoree was good.
Adoree was good. Yeah.
Leonard
Damon
Williams,
Harrison was a fan favorite, and he was
He
solid.
was. Well, did we trade for him and then
We
sign
traded
him?
for him. Yeah. With the
Fuck,
Jets,
doesn't count.
right? Like a 3rd round pick.
I think
We love doing
No,
that for D
did
tackles.
He sign here? I don't remember. If he was a free agent, it was a good signing.
Yeah, that was solid, but that was short lived too, in reality.
Really, that whole 2016 defense was good for that year.
Yeah,
That was all
Vernon was
blur.
good.
Yeah.
But
Before that, I mean, when's the last time we signed a good offensive free agent?
I mean,
Exactly.
we haven't signed a good offensive line free agent in a decade.
We haven't signed a good tight end.
No,
Zeitler was a trade.
Bellinger even regressed this year.
Well, he was kind of playing behind Waller, and then
Yeah, but still,
and then when he was the starter, he was playing with like DeVito and blocking, and
but blocking wise, he was.
yeah, I wouldn't mind a new tight ends coach.
Might be. They
Might
kind
be
of go
worth it.
hand in hand. Yeah.
Realistically, position coaches, I mean, quarterbacks coach, you can't really tell.
Nah.
Running backs coach gone. Receivers coach, I guess we're fine with.
Who was the quarterbacks coach? Tierney.
Tierney.
He was
Yeah,
fine. I think for what
He's
had
only
to
had
deal
Jones
with.
for 2 years,
Yeah.
and he's clearly decent enough to make DeVito look solid for a couple games.
I mean, dude, they made DeVito look
Yeah.
more than comparable.
They clearly game planned for DeVito, and DeVito kind of got caught up in the rush, but then teams figured him out.
yeah, quickly.
He
Yeah.
can't read his own.
Well, he's a rookie,
Yeah.
and when you send the house,
Uh-huh.
he needs a little extra time to read.
Also, I think Dable wanted to give Tyrod some respect. Like he was like,
The
as
first
soon as
chance
this-
he had to,
he pulled
DeVito,
him.
yeah.
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 I think he wanted
Uh,
to do that all along, but the
he
fans
did, but
got
you
all
can't
caught
take
up
the guy out
with
who's winning football games.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
it. Yeah,
can.
of course.
But we were losing to the Eagles
Philly. Yeah.
at the half by like
And-
3.
And DeVito wasn't playing that bad.
No, he just wasn't taking shots, and
Nah.
he looked scared.
Yeah.
So Dable just said, you know what? Now's my chance.
Need some juice, I guess.
Tyrod goes in. We lose by a touchdown.
Find a spark.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Find a spark.
And then Tyrod almost beat LA.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, if he can make a shovel pass 2 yards, they win that game.
There was twice that
Yeah.
he hit those short passes. He just didn't
He
hit.
just couldn't do it.
Also, Barkley dropped like 3 or 4 balls.
He's
that
like a pitcher throwing to first base. Like,
Yeah.
just can't
Just that
do
roll
it.
over
Yeah.
the tan instead of doing
Yeah.
the underhand. But
like-
yeah, Barkley, I mean, other than not the ones where Tyrod messed up, but he dropped like 2 or 3 crucial passes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That game was sloppy.
Like on that one drive right before LA went down the field to kick the field goal to take the lead.
Yep.
Barkley had like an 11-yard pass over the middle. He just dropped.
Just chunked it.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that Mason Crosby's not good. That's not his fault. He's just like 50.
No. Yeah.
Do you remember him on that old NFL commercial when he kicks the ball and it hits that church bell?
Yes. Was that
from,
really
like,
him?
Yeah, that was from like 2000, what, like 6 or 7?
No, that was all fake. That whole commercial. All
Well,
those
yeah, it was
commercials
fake,
are
but,
fake,
like,
right?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
they were.
my thing was,
Actually,
like, that
I
was
don't know if they
Mason
were
Crosby.
fake.
That was like
when
2008.
I don't think. Some of those were real. I think the one
They
where the
were fake.
guy. No, really. I thought the guy. I thought I saw this behind the scenes video of the guy who like put his hand through the wall and caught the ball was real.
They're all fake, dude.
Maybe it was some weird behind.
You really think a dude punched through a plywood wall and caught a ball?
I was probably just remembering it weird because they were
I
showing
think-
like a behind
I
the
think
scenes.
you were, like,
You wrote
set-
just 5.
I think you were like 7 or 8. So you just
Probably,
kinda
yeah.
thought it was cool.
That one guy like jumped through like the hood of a Cadillac,
I know, yeah,
right?
that
Or through the
was-
window.
that was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
through the window.
That was obviously. I didn't believe that.
Just like the video of DK that came out this year of him jumping like 12 feet in the air to catch that
Oh,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it was, all-
yeah.
it was
Doing it in the
fake.
NFL, go to the fucking Olympics.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
too,
he tried to run track and he lost, I thought.
not to pivot here, Michael Penix with no pressure, 5 for 5, 43 yards. With pressure, not one completion. Not the Giants quarterback.
Nope. I don't like anyone really but I mean, I haven't really done much scouting.
Well,
But-
Daniels is a better Tyrod Taylor.
I can acknowledge Caleb has the best arm talent.
He does.
Okay,
I just
he's-
don't like.
I just don't trust him
He's
mentally.
the best quarterback in the class.
I don't
by
like
far.
his attitude.
Yeah,
He's got a weird attitude. Yeah.
that supposed like rumor that he wants like a percentage of the team instead of a
He
contract.
needs to
Let's
be
put it this
humbled.
way.
He needs to be fucking
I
humbled.
don't.
Well, he was humbled by Penix in that one game.
his personality
Yeah.
doesn't
Nah,
Nah,
I'm
fit the
talking
New
like
York
and
media.
welcome
No,
to the
he'll get
NFL
ripped.
humbled. Like he's driving a Lamborghini. Like he's got all this NIL money. It's I don't know. It's a lot of players might not have respect.
He's like
for
what
him.
Greg would call a West Coast lineman.
That's right. I
Just
stand.
they don't
I've
have
yet
that
to be
grit
corrected
them.
on that. Yeah.
Like a lot of players, sometimes like older guys, like don't really like. I would think they don't really like when a rookie shows up with like a ton of money, driving
They
nice
don't.
cars and stuff.
No.
They don't like that. So I
They
don't
don't.
know.
In 5 years, it'll be normal, but right now, it's not normal. Yeah.
And then May, I mean, all reports I'm seeing is that he kind of plays at best like Josh Allen, with like the hero ball and chucking the ball around when he shouldn't be, throwing bad turnovers.
He looks good. He looks good.
He looks good, but who's he played?
I get Trubisky vibes.
Yeah, who's he
Dude,
played?
I get Josh
get
Allen
Trubisky
vibes.
vibes.
He's mobile like Allen.
I think he could be Josh Allen. He could be Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
it goes
willing
one
to
or two
gamble
ways.
that.
But I think if you
Yeah.
have someone like Daboll, I think you get someone like Josh Allen.
I don't know. I think he plays.
I
hero
was
ball too
I was
much.
hoping the Bills went off the fucking rails so the Giants could get on the phone.
They were not. You don't trade to franchise.
I know, but
Let a man dream, Dan.
And then
Imagine what
Penix-
Bills fans would do.
Oh, they would burn down the stadium.
oh, because they're getting
I
a new
really
stadium,
think they
too.
would like
Yeah.
they would like have a protest or something.
They might. They might not let Josh Allen leave Buffalo.
Yeah, probably not.
They might
They're
like,
gonna
actually like
hang him
lay down
Just
on the
kidnap
runway.
him.
Yeah.
They'd probably lay down on the runway in front of his plane.
Probably.
And then I don't like Bo Nix at all.
No, Bo
No.
Nix is not it.
I mean, Jaden Daniels. I haven't watched much, but everything I heard is just the standard.
He wins.
At this point, Anthony Richardson type prospect,
Mhm.
strong arm,
Dude,
can
he's-
run.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's
he's just skinny, is what the knock is.
He's a quarterback.
he's
Yeah.
a little thin,
But
but
I'm not
I
worried
mean,
about that. He's a quarterback.
And in college, he hasn't really tried to protect himself when he runs. But
Kyler's built like a toddler.
Yeah,
He's
but
a good quarterback.
that's
I've
something
seen
you
him
can
take
learn.
some brutal hits in college. He is
Who,
taking
Daniels?
some bad hits. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like
he
he's
just
Gumby.
runs up the middle like a running back.
Yeah.
It just gets
Well, Lamar
nailed.
was thin when he came out,
Oh yeah, he was
He
He
still
did.
scrawny.
Yeah, he did put on some weight since. Yeah,
so if he
that's
can
going to
just
be everything with a quarterback
Yeah.
too. They're
But
going to
like
just make
with
you put
Jane
on
Daniels,
weight.
you see like what is he 6'3", 201 he's listed at or something,
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
if
see
which
you
here.
means
can
he's like 190, 195.
If you can just learn to protect himself,
Put on
that's
15,
fine.
20 pounds. That's it.
Even if he puts on 10,
Yeah,
Mhm.
play it a
is-
listed 210. Like Eli was like 6'4", 230.
They have
No, Eli doesn't run, but
Dad bod.
they
yeah.
have Daniels listed at 6'4", 210.
which means he's 10 pounds lighter and an inch
So he's
shorter.
like 6'4", 200.
He's really like 6'3", 200.
Yeah.
So put on 10, 15 pounds, and you're fine.
Yeah. If he can get to 220, 225,
Beautiful.
you're fine.
What's Lamar listed at?
Let's see. Lamar.
It's got to be at least 200, right?
It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar is 6'2", 215.
Yeah, see?
That makes
So,
sense.
Daniels is probably an inch or two taller, and
Lamar was
5
probably like
pounds
195 coming out of college.
Lamar was
Yeah,
skinny.
let me see his combine stats.
Yeah, what was Lamar's draft profile? Either way, I mean,
What is he right now?
6'2",
6'2",
215.
215.
It says he was 216. on his
98
pro day.
kilograms.
216?
Yeah.
The Ravens
I
are
don't
probably
know.
lying about it. Who cares? Either way, we know visibly Lamar was skinnier out of college.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, clearly, because there was like a picture we saw in his second year, and he looked a lot more like toned
bulked
or
up.
whatever. Yeah,
But
Lean down.
if you guys, to kind of wrap this up, we are on an hour, a little under an hour.
Mhm.
In 2 sentences or less, sum up the Giants' season.
Mm.
Who's going first?
Trying to think of a sentence.
Or
Yeah,
you know
it's-
what? Give me three
not
bullet
gonna lie.
points or less. Three bullet points or less.
All right. Unfortunate. Good ending. And that's all I have.
A 3-word summary.
Unfortunate.
A
No,
3-word
just
summary.
three-
I'll go.
No,
I'll go
just
3 words.
three bullet points.
Oh, okay.
So like I would say like
I'll do 3 points.
good
for the
young
season.
defense.
First third, it was
Okay.
fucking miserable.
Yes.
Second, middle of the season, cutlets. Happy cutlets.
Yeah, I
And
mean
then
that
last third of
middle
the
of the season
season-
was fun.
Last third of the season towards cutlets, improvement, and I'd say stability.
That's fair.
More consistency.
Yeah.
Finish on a
Yeah, like
strong note.
Yeah. So like for my 3, I'm not going to split it into thirds. I'll just do 3 points. I'm going to say like good young defense. We need an offensive weapon,
Yep.
and
Come on, you made this.
I'm committing. Get Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think clearly can develop young players.
Mm-hmm.
Wandell,
Thanks.
DeVito, Banks, Kayvon.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointing in the fact of like the first half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, I think realistically not drinking the Kool-Aid, I think the Giants optimistic for next year. I think they could be like a sneaky good team.
Well,
I think
real quick, let's go back to that picture.
I
believe
think it'll be more
Connor said.
consistent next
That's
year.
what I'm hoping for. But that's what we need.
You just got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Stay
And that's a
healthy.
huge-
Yeah,
have
I
a
already know
better
what picture
O-line.
Ian's pulling up.
Stay,
We're going
stay
to go
healthy
into
and have
another
a better
30
O-line.
minutes.
That's really what I'm looking
No. We're gonna do quick. We're gonna do this
He's
quick.
going to go down this rabbit hole.
As of right now,
Here we go.
let's just a quick home opponents. As of right now, as of right now, say Jones is the quarterback.
The
all right?
team that played on Sunday.
with Jones.
Yes.
Dallas in New York.
Loss.
Philly in New York.
Loss.
You sure?
Yes.
We just beat him with Tyrod.
I think they get a win because I think Philly takes a step back.
Okay. Washington in New York.
Win.
Win.
So theoretically 2-1, potentially 1-2. Let's go worst case 1-2. Saints in New York.
Win.
Win.
Ooh,
Bucks
I
in
don't
New
know.
York.
Win.
Now, Connor, we're
Win.
saying what should happen on paper.
Okay. Win.
This is
Win.
so far out.
2 wins. 2 wins. 2 wins. 2 wins.
No, because you have Washington, Saints, Bucks. So you're 3-2.
No, I meant for the Bucks and Saints. I meant 2 wins.
Oh yeah. Ravens in New York.
Loss.
3-3. Bengals in New York.
Loss.
That'll be a healthy Burrow.
Loss.
Loss.
Vikings in New York.
Win.
As of right now, I don't think
know.
Cousins is coming back.
I think that's a win.
Win.
I don't know.
Apparently, he'll take a hometown discount.
Okay, so it'll be a hard game then. Could go either way.
Yeah.
Colts in New York.
That I don't know.
Win.
Depends
I
how
don't
Richardson's
know.
I think
doing,
you
but
should
I'll go
beat
win.
Anthony Richardson.
I think they're going to be a little confused with Richardson back. Yeah, believe
Yeah.
it or not.
So that's 4-5 at the very worst.
Yep.
In home games. Cowboys away.
Loss.
Eagles away.
Loss.
Okay, so you're 4-6.
Let's go win. Let's go win. Let's
You're
drink
not
the
you're not
Kool-Aid.
sweeping the Eagles. Just call it 1-1.
Yeah, we'll call one.
Commanders
drink the
in
Kool-Aid.
Washington.
Win.
Seahawks in Seattle.
Loss.
Again, we could win, but as of right now, I'll give you the loss.
Yeah.
Falcons,
Win.
Win.
Panthers,
Win.
Browns.
Win.
Depends.
I don't think they're as good with Watson. I
We'll
don't
see.
think
What
they're
kind
as
of
good.
Browns
Gross.
team are they going to have?
Chubb will be
next year?
back, but you never know. We also could catch the Browns like week 2, and they may not have Chubb.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And then Steelers. I am not afraid of the Steelers.
What are they going to do? Quarterback though.
Right
In
now, Kenny
Pittsburgh.
Pickett.
That's our road game this year, by the way.
I'm down with that.
It's
It's that or
100%.
Carolina. We're
We'll look at the ticket prices.
Dude,
and-
Pittsburgh's a blast.
We'll also have to find out when the games are.
Yeah.
If Pittsburgh's in the beginning of the year, all in.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pittsburgh
If it's
is
not-
awesome.
If it's like Pittsburgh in November,
Fuck that.
No.
Yeah,
I'd rather go to Carolina in like November.
yeah 100%.
But right there, you got at least 8 games where you can look at it and be like, we should win that game right now.
Yeah, and then you'll have the games where it's like you sneak one out that you're not supposed
Say you
to.
steal one from Dallas.
Yeah,
Say the Bengals.
they
are,
have to. They have to steal one
Yeah,
from
like
Dallas.
we wrote Seattle up as a loss. Say that's a win. Now you're talking 10 wins before you even get to like.
Oh, is that the wide receiver?
I don't think so.
I feel like we're
defense.
looking at next year like Rutgers is looking at their schedule. We're like we may not be a
Oh,
great team,
yeah.
but the schedule is a lot easier,
Mhm.
so we could win a bunch of games because of an easy
True,
schedule.
100%. Yeah,
So I'm optimistic. I know I'm kind of up and down with the team, but
You think?
it's content. It's content.
it's all content.
Somebody has to ride the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
Because you guys are way too steady. Somebody's got to bring in the views.
the wild card.
Yeah.
The views.
Yeah. I have nothing else left for
It's an
today
ep.
without
think
eating
that's
into
it.
future episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait
We're
for
gonna
the random topics we discuss in these future episodes. It's going to be fun.
Now
Well,
we're gonna
I
have a
know
really
we're
good
gonna-
off
We're
season.
going to try to do some positional breakdowns.
Yep.
Yep.
I think that's what we're going to do. Well, you know, do we want to do that first, or we want to kind of go quarter of the season next? We'll talk about it afterwards. But
Yeah,
debate
well,
this
my idea
offline.
was we kind of do 4 quarters of the season. That's 4 episodes,
I think we could do
and
that.
then positional breakdowns. That's like another 11.
Draft
So we could
is
do
gonna
an
come
offensive
quick.
defense.
6.
Draft is gonna come fast and
we
furious.
should
and-
just
The
drink the
draft's
Kool-Aid
8
for one
weeks away.
episode.
Yeah.
Just to piss
Yeah, because
people
our
off.
draft content's like a month.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Just for an entire episode, just to piss people off.
Just hype everyone up.
Yeah,
Just
Super
get the
Bowl,
hype going.
Super Bowl, Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I don't see why the Giants can't go 16-1.
Yeah, why
Daniel
not?
Jones, comeback player of the year.
Because
McKinney.
you know we'll lose that one
Dexter
game to
Lawrence.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carolina might be
Imagine.
worse next year.
But I mean, we're gonna have a good amount of content. It's just the heat of the summer that I think we may transition from when draft talks die down
Mhm.
before training camp. We may do a little multi-sport action, kind of go general content.
Yeah, we might expand our horizons a little
Yankees,
bit.
Mets,
Yeah. Oh.
talk a
we
little
could do it. We should
baseball.
do it.
Baseball.
so everyone can hear my baseball takes.
Oh God.
We could do it in
You-
the spring during.
If you guys thought Ian was
Yeah, we
bad
can talk a
with-
little baseball stuff.
if you guys thought Ian was bad ranting about the Giants, oh boy, I'm sure we've
Oh,
we've heard
Lord.
tastes of it. about him and Brian Cashman.
You just wait and see if they don't get a pitcher, and see what happens.
Oh God!
But I think
It's coming.
I think we are all we're all in agreement. Maybe transition to instead of like 90% Giants, going like 75% Giants, 25%, almost like a WFAN.
Other
where
sports,
we spend
yeah,
like a quarter of the time talking like general football, sports.
Yeah.
but also shoot the shit on some other stuff, especially during like the dead time of like
Yeah, like we did for a solid
May,
5-10
June,
minutes
July.
earlier,
Yeah.
talking college
Yeah.
football.
So
We can do that.
we'll expand a little bit, but
We'll make it fun to listen. But again, I'm asking everyone out there who's listening, share this. We're gonna post on Instagram, post on Facebook. Just share it to your story. Just tell your friends about us. Let's make next year the year we can quit our jobs.
yes, that's the goal.
Hallelujah.
But all right, take it easy, guys.
Take
All
it
right,
easy.
take it easy.
See you later.